Over the weekend, I took a broad look at the entire NFL to try to just identify the spots where, depending upon how the rest of the season goes, the coach could be in some degree of jeopardy. I'm starting to get questions about the Browns, Andrew Berry, the GM, Kevin Stefanski, the head coach, what happens after the season. I don't have a feel for it. Do you have any sense as to whether or not either the GM or the head coach are, unless they, win a few games, if this kind of continues, if 2-8 becomes 2-15 or 3-14 or 4-13, is anyone in trouble for next year?
Well, I think that the organization will probably look at the way this whole thing plays out through the end of the season to see if the players are playing really hard, to see if there's organization, to see if there's development. And I think the thing to look at with this football team, even though it is a 2-8 team, largely, of course, because of the rookie quarterbacks, there are some really great performances happening on this team. And I'm sure the Ravens would be the first to tell you that they felt lucky to get out of that game with a victory based on the fact that Myles Garrett had another 4 sacks in that game. And then rookie linebacker Carson Schlesinger is playing at an all-pro clip. If you haven't gotten a chance to really watch him yet, he has been amazing. I have not seen very many rookies in my entire career play quite like this. I think he's got to be a very strong candidate for NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year. Quinshon's playing really well. Harold Fannin. So you can see the vision with this a little bit, but it's just not going to get done with these rookie quarterbacks who really, truly aren't really ready to go out there and play, especially with some problems on the offensive line, and there have been some problems with the receiving corps.
With those 2 first-round picks they have next year, their own and Jacksonville's, quarterback is a possibility, but I don't know who that quarterback is going to be. And I assume that, as you mentioned earlier, the evaluation of Dylan Gabriel and Shadur Sanders is about trying to figure out whether one of them could be the guy. So we could use those 2 first-round picks on offensive linemen or other areas of need instead of trying to go all in and take a big swing at a quarterback. Do you have any feel for what they're going to do with those 2 first-round picks next year?
I would be absolutely shocked if they do not take a quarterback in the first round with one of those 2 first-round picks or somehow both of those 2 first-round picks. They've been all over the country scouting these rookie quarterbacks, these college quarterbacks, and I would be very, very surprised if they don't come back with a couple of them that they feel really good about, that they're going to take a chance on in April and hope can be their franchise quarterback. I've been hearing that some of the quarterbacks that people think might not come out are probably going to come out. And I don't know exactly which those ones are, but I've been hearing that the class should be pretty good in that regard in terms of who does come out. And I just think that you have to take one if you're the Cleveland Browns. Now, sometimes they throw a curveball at us and they'll wait again till the second round, third round, or a later round and find their quarterback there. But I don't think you can mess around with it this year. I think you have to identify which 2 or 3 are your favorites and the ones that you think can get the job done for you and pull the trigger on those guys and then just go from there.
And just to be clear, because we are dealing with the Browns here, when you say use both of their first-round picks on a quarterback, you don't mean draft 2 quarterbacks in round 1. Although, again, with the Browns, who the hell knows?
No, I don't mean that. I don't mean that. Although last year I would not have been completely 100% opposed to something crazy like that. But no, this year, I mean, trade up, do whatever you have to do to get the guy that you really want and, maneuver with some of your draft capital and see what you can't do.
Couple more quick ones before we let you go. Are they going to replace Paul DePodesta, the chief strategy officer, who I was never really quite sure what his strategy was, frankly?
I think they will reorganize the front office in the offseason in the wake of Paul's departure, but I'm not quite sure how they'll do that. They don't have a president per se, so they could do something like that. But I don't know if they will have another chief strategy officer, but I do think that they will take a look at the front office in the offseason.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.